You can bet your bottom dollar. Great programming coming up next on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Stand by. Hold on. Talk at its finest, coming up next on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. In about 2 minutes, stand by. We know what guys are talking about. Stand by. A great show coming up next on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. In about 30 seconds. Stand by. Don't go away. Stop. If they're talking about it at the barbershop, we're talking about it here on SME. Great show coming up in about 30 seconds. Don't go away. Stand by. It's time. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Another great product on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Yeah! Let's just be honest. Anything after a Women's Wednesday is a letdown, but we're going to try to make the best out of this, man. Yes, sir. Throwback Thursday ain't bad, but Women's Wednesday, man, is just phenomenal. All right, let's get this thing going right here, and let's do it.
Warning. Listening to the Doug Stewart Show may cause sore throat from arguing about sports so much, increased knowledge of sports and sports issues, short tolerance for BS sports shows. You will start referring to yourself as a Stewie, consistent visits to the Doug Stewart Show chat room to talk ish, a sudden craving for boiled peanuts. Fellas, better luck with the ladies. Ladies, better luck with the fellas. A deeper appreciation for 80s and 90s hip-hop music and an uncontrollable urge to donate money to the Doug Stewart Show. We thank you for listening. Enjoy.
Thank you for listening. Good morning, Stewie. I'm going to give it to you raw. No Vaseline.
What?
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
And that's figuratively, not literally, because I don't get down like that. You know what I mean. That's okay, though. The trillers. We ready to rock and roll. Let's go, Stewies. The Doug Stewart Show. We ready to rock and roll. Let's go. Let's go, Stewies. Let's go. Yes. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for joining me on the Doug Stewart Show. What's happening? It is a Throwback Thursday. And oh boy, we got a lot of great things planned for you today, as we do every single day. Shouts out and good morning to the Stewies. I'll tell you what a Stewie is here in a second. Yeah, Throwback Thursday, one of my favorite days of the week. Hey, Puff, bring it back. Bring it back. Yeah. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and thank you, and welcome to the Doug Stewart Show, the realest, truest sports and guy talk show in America. Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in to your boy. Man, we got a lot of great stuff we're going to get into today. The Doug Stewart Show is sponsored by footballsportsapp.com. That's footballsportsapp.com, the first live action mobile sports app played in real time and a cool way to immerse yourself in the game. Make coaching calls just like the pros. Check out the video, download for free this fall, and register now again at footballsportsapp.com. All right, so if you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, and to the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, man, you are in for a big, cool, great ride. Trust me on that, man. But you need to do a couple of things if you're new. You need to go to Spreaker.com. That's speaker with an R. Spreaker.com. Search and find the Doug Stewart Show. Once you find it, I need you to hit the follow button. That's very important that you hit that follow button, so whenever this show or any other show goes live, you will be alerted. So that's very big. That's number one. And the second thing you need to do is to click on the little chat bubble and jump into the best chat room, not just on Spreaker, not just in the South, not just in America, not just in North America, but the world. We have the best chat room in the world. I call it the Fantasy Hour, the Sports and Guide chat. Its inhabitants, the people inside that chat room, are the Stewies. Yeah. Good morning, Stewies. And so you post your thoughts in there. I read chat throughout the show. It kind of adds to the show. The Stewies are like my co-hosts, my wingmen. And we have a lot of good fun with that and the conversation, the banter back and forth on the show. We also do Dougie Dailies, top fives. We have little themes to the shows. So trust me, you're going to have a good time. Speaking of which, today is a Throwback Thursday. What that means is we'll talk about what was going on in 1984. We've got music from 1984 as well. So we're throwing it back to 1984. A great year. I'm looking at this year, man. A lot of interesting things went down in 1984. Some of this music we're going to drop on y'all today going to definitely make you bob your head or whatever, man. Trust me, 1984 was a good year for music, for hip-hop music. Was just coming around, starting to make the mainstream. So it's going to be interesting to hear some of this music today. What was going on in the world of sports back in 1984? The Detroit Tigers won the World Series back in 1984. So 1984, I was 15. In 1984, I was 15 years old, but I do remember a couple of names from those Tigers teams, I believe. Alan Trammell, Kirk Gibson, and trust me, the only reason I remember those names is because they were featured prominently on RBI Baseball, a video game back in the day. So the Tigers won the World Series back in 1984. Your Super Bowl champions were the Los Angeles Raiders, obviously Marcus Allen and them cats. NBA champions were the Boston Celtics, Larry Bird and punk-ass Danny Ainge. What else was going on in 1984? BYU won the national championship in 1984. Damn! Now, wait a minute. So somebody let me know. I'm sure we got plenty of BYU fans in the house. How the hell BYU win a national championship? What the hell was going on in 1984 that BYU could win a national championship? So there was a couple of prominent names that played at BYU at quarterback. Obviously, Steve Young. There was a couple of Detmer boys, right? Weren't there two brothers, the Detmers, that played at BYU? Then you had Robbie Bosco. I remember that name for some reason. Which one of those guys were the quarterback? But yeah, BYU won the national championship back in 1984. The Georgetown Hoyas won it all in 1984. John Thompson, Sleepy Floyd, Michael Jackson. Man, Hoya paranoia was paramount back in the mid-'80s. So 1984, they won the national championship. So those are some things going on in the world of sports back in 1984. So we'll talk about like movies, TV, all of the interesting things from that year. We'll also talk some NFL. There's some quarterback news out there. Ryan Fitzpatrick gets paid. What? Lord have mercy. You got to be kidding me. Yeah, Ryan Fitzpatrick basically makes the Jets back down. Nick Foles is free. I mean, who gives a rat's ass? We'll talk about that. And the Denver Broncos, man, they're going to wait and see on their quarterback situation. So a lot of quarterback talk, Atlanta Falcons talk. They checked in yesterday for training camp. First practices today. We'll talk about the Falcons a little bit, man. I want to talk a little bit about what happened last night at the DNC. Man, President Obama, man. I mean, my ninja. My ninja. Yeah. Man, that Obama is sharp. I mean, he's sharp as a tack. I feel like Denzel in Training Day. My ninja. Yeah, so we'll talk a little bit about what happened last night, man, and a lot of other stuff, man. Shouts out to my man, Big Vince Wright, the governor of sports talk in Minnesota. Great show yesterday on SME. Yeah. And shouts out to the Grizz as well. Now, I got to tell you, man, I love all my hosts, all the other hosts of all the other shows on Stewart Media and Entertainment, man. But I got to tell you, boy, that damn Grizz is something else. That Grizz is something else. Yesterday, oh, my gosh. Yesterday, the Grizz straight went ham on Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Michael Vick. Now listen. I don't expect to agree with all the other hosts on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. As a matter of fact, we disagree all the time. I actually have to shoot their asses off sometimes. But man, there's not two subjects that I'm more opposed to as far as views in the Grizz than Mike Vick and Floyd Mayweather Jr. My gosh. My gosh, he slammed Vick and Floyd Mayweather yesterday. Now listen, I'm going to say this. Hey, we disagree. A lot of times I think the Grizz is, what's the best way to put this? You know, without dissing them, I mean, we are kind of like business partners. The Grizz is kind of misguided. I think that's the best word. He's kind of misguided, in my opinion. In my opinion, the Grizz is kind of misguided. But I love him to death, man. Great job yesterday, Grizz. We talked about this a couple of days ago, man. Who was it we were talking about? I can't remember. We were talking about the relationship between brothers. And I was talking about my brother, how he used to always get me in trouble, and he also always do crazy things. The Grizz is kind of like my little brother, man. I mean, he's just that little brother, you know. But all right, that's all right. Hey, man. Yeah, so today on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, man, we got the Barbershop Sports Talk podcast from man Trey and Maestro at 12 noon Eastern time. They're talking NBA, NFL. They also talk about throwback jerseys with the whole Chris Sale thing. And then following Barbershop Sports Talk podcast, once again, my man, $100,000. We disagree on a lot, but he my folk, the Grizz. At around 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. All right, when we get back from the break, man, Ryan Fitzpatrick? Y'all gave Ryan Fitzpatrick money? Man, damn Ryan Fitzpatrick. We'll talk about it when we get back. Back in 3 minutes. The Doug Stewart Show. My God.
The number one cheap rocket jersey firm.
Lonely Hearts Cafe.
Spicy conversations.
It's Vince Wright, the sports governor from Minnesota.
Man, Nelly on. Microwave. Reggie Long, a.k.a. Dollars and Cents.